Okay, so our coding challenge for today is called 2 to 1. It is a 7Q challenge, which should make it pretty easy, or simple at least. Take two strings, these are the instructions. Take two strings, S1 and S2, include only letters from A to Z. Return a new sorted string, the longest possible, containing distinct letters. So each taken only once, coming from S1 or S2. Examples. Not sure what this is supposed to be here. I don't know if A equals this string, I guess. Yeah, okay, so this is S1 would be X, Y, A, B, 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 C, 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 and so on. And B would equal X, 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 Y, 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 and so on. The longest AB would be A, B, C, D, E, F, and then it continues. Okay, so don't 100% understand the instructions here. So take two strings, S1 and S2, including only letters from A to Z. And it doesn't specify whether those are upper or lowercase, but we'll just make them all lowercase, I guess, just to make sure that, that's not a problem. Return a new sorted string. So we're returning one string, the longest possible, containing distinct letters. Each taken only once, coming from S1 or S2. Okay, so X, Y. Okay, so what it is, we're taking any distinct letter from these strings, I guess, and making the longest string possible out of unique letters from both. So for example, this string that is the result of these two strings that have been sorted contain unique letters from either one of these strings. Like this string contains a C, but this one doesn't, but that makes it into the resulting string. This string contains a Q, but this one doesn't, so this one contains a Q. All right. All right, so definitely going to be some for loops here. So let's start. So we're going to need to definitely have an array for the result. So const result equals, we'll just put an empty array there. And I think strings are iterable in JavaScript. We're going to find out right now. So for so let I equal 0. So we're going to start at the 0 index. As long as I is less than S1 length, we're going to increment I. So we're incrementing over every letter in the S1 string. So let's see. I know there's a way to check in an array if a value is already present. And I think it's index of, and I believe this is that weird if index of equals -1 conditional check. And basically that, so index of finds the index of a certain, or the first index of a certain value within an array. And if it doesn't find that index, it returns -1. Which is just, it's like a weird thing in JavaScript. It's not like that one, you just kind of have to memorize, like it's not intuitive at all. So if array, I'm not sure how to do this. So if, sorry, result index of, and I think this is how this is used, S1I. So if the index of this digit in the result equals -1. So basically, if it's not already present in the result, result push S1I. And that we're just if it's not there, we're just going to add it to the result array. And then we can do almost this exact same thing for S2. So let's just copy and paste that. I think we don't need to change this to a different variable name, because I don't think they'll be, like, it wouldn't interfere with one another, but I think it's just clear if it is a different variable name there. Oh, did I make a mistake? This should be S1. Nope, S2, good. S2 and S2. So basically we're doing the same thing, but with a second string now. So I believe it wants this returned as a string. So we are going to return result join, and as the argument for join, we're going to just pass an empty string. That way it joins them without a space. And let's see how close we are to being correct here. Okay, so incorrect. So expected AEHRSTY instead got ARETHYS. So is this the correct answer? It's just not, I think it's just not organized in the order that they want. So I think they want an alphabetical order. Yeah, so we're getting the correct letters in the string. We just now need to organize them so that they're in order. So I think we can do this using reduce. No, not reduce. There's definitely a way to do this that I've done several times, and I can never remember exactly how to do it. I believe it's reduce. So, again, I forgot to set the timer. Let's give ourselves 5 minutes to finish this up. Oops. All right. Don't want to have to Google this, but I might have to. Let's try reduce first. So result equals result reduce, and reduce takes a function as a callback. And A and B, this represents the index that it's currently on and the next index. So I think we return A minus B. I don't know. Syntax error somewhere. Okay, we have to close our parentheses here. Okay, so we have this as a constant right now. We need to change it to a let, since we're not just adding or taking away. Result join is not a function. All right, let's just console log result and see what we're actually getting once we run that reduce command there, or the reduce method. Not a number. Okay, just gonna have to do a little internet search here. I really don't want to have to search this, but because I've done it several times, I just cannot recall how to do it. Alphabetizing array in JavaScript. Sort. Okay, array sort. Let's actually take a look just so we... Oh, so it's just sort, like no function call, yeah, I completely forgot that sort actually existed as a method. So optional, a function that defines an alternative sort order. So by definition, it will alphabetize, I believe. Sort an array alphabetically, and then yeah, okay. So it's just sort with no function call. I'm a little bit mad at myself for forgetting that, but hey, this is how we learn, right? So now we should be getting something closer to the correct answer. So that looks like what we want. We just now need to actually return it. And before we do, just because it didn't specify whether the strings that were being given to us would be all upper or lower case, and we don't want that to be an issue, let's just convert them all to lowercase. So we're going to result equals result dot for each. Now this is going to be map because we're going to be returning a new array, and this actually will take a function, and as the argument to that function, it's going to take the element that we're working on. And let's see, we're just going to convert that element to, let's do lowercase, since most of the sample tests seem to expect lowercase. So element's going to equal element to lower, I believe it's just a method call there to convert it to a lowercase letter. All right, let's run our sample test now. To lower is not a function. To lowercase. Okay, it is to lowercase. Okay, so, 8 seconds left. To lowercase. Empty strings. Why are we getting an empty string? Oh, we're not returning it. Return. Attempt. Everything passed. Did we do it another time? No, we didn't. 15 seconds over. Oh well. Still got it pretty close to the goal time. A couple of method calls that I had forgotten about there, but again, that's why we practice these things, so that we don't forget them when it's time to do them as a coding interview. You know, if they're asking for that, and yeah, just it's how we learn. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and check back in for more content, and happy coding!